I'm Aaron Sagers, and this is Talking Strange. Hey there, spooky nerds, and welcome to Talking Strange, the Paranormal Pop Culture Show. As always, I'm your host, Aaron Sagers, and I'm recording from a hotel room in Dublin, Ireland. I've been on the road for a few weeks now, up to some spooky travels and adventures, gathering some cool content, working on a project, and talking to just so many amazing people. As I said last episode, yeah, I've kind of been playing with something different. I mean, we're going to continue doing interviews with celebrities and authors and folks like that. But, I want to get out there and get some stories from y'all, from folks like you. Just, not always because it's promoting a movie or a book, but because I just like hearing stories. And that's what I did a few weeks ago. I was traveling around the Reno Tahoe Territory. And last week, I presented the story of talking to Mikey from in Carson City from the Brewery Arts Center. And, I was on the road and I made my way to Virginia City, a location that, Virginia City is one of those magical spots. I never get enough of it. I go as often as I can, and I'm fortunate to go quite a bit. Spooky happenings always seem to happen there, such as at the Washoe Club and just all around town. So I was out there and I went into the Virginia City Roasting House, spot I go for coffee. I mean, it's a good coffee shop. It's got a lot of history. Also, I got to tell you, sometimes they have these cheddar jalapeno scones. And those things are to die for. They also make a really good dirty chai. Roasting House is always a spot for me when I'm in Virginia City. So I went in there and I get to chatting with the woman that was working behind the counter. Her name's Dane. And Dane and I kind of hit it off. We start sharing some spooky stories. I'm like, hey, is it cool if I start recording you? So comes around the corner, sits down at the table, and we start chatting. And she shares some spooky stories of the roasting house as well as Virginia City at large. Now, this is not a long chat or interview. In fact, it's kind of a snippet, which is good to do sometimes. I mean, I don't know what you guys think about the shorter episodes, but it's just kind of a contained thing where Dane is just going to tell me some of her stories, including a crazy one. Crazy to me because I don't want to spoil it, but it involves dessert and apparently a hungry ghost. Maybe. Let's find out. All right, so we're at the Roasting House here in Virginia City. One of my favorite spots to get a cup of coffee. I'm loving it here. Right now it's some chai latte. I mean, you must be in here early in the morning sometimes, right?
I'm a closer, so
okay.
I'm here after everyone else leaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, ever have anything spooky happen here?
A couple of things.
Yeah.
We used to have a room upstairs where we would take our lunch breaks. And there's a restroom up there. And I was having lunch upstairs and I heard footsteps coming up the stairs and I was waiting to see which one of my coworkers was coming up and there was no one there. And it came all the way up around the top of the stairwell and disappeared. I mean, I didn't see anything, but I could hear the solid boot steps. Yeah,
it's like a progression of movement, know, and it feels like it's coming towards you.
Coming upstairs, yeah.
And what'd you do?
I just said hello.
Okay.
That's what I do. I talk to them.
Yeah. And what else has happened here?
We have stuff fly off the shelves.
Yeah.
I've never actually witnessed it with my eyes. It's happened behind me. But I told Robert, just once I'd like to see one of those bags of coffee over there fly off onto the floor. And about an hour later, I was eating a piece of cake in the kitchen, took a bite, and then I looked towards the front, and it got slapped off my plate into the trash.
The cake did?
The cake did.
Well, that's just not cool.
No, it was a really, really good cake, too.
Yeah.
And my coworker saw it and like, what's going on there? With force too. So I think it didn't like me saying that.
Yeah. What'd you do about that? What'd you say?
I was just bummed because I didn't get to eat any more of the cake.
I know.
But it's never anything mean. It's just here.
I know, that's pretty mean.
Yeah.
Swiping someone's cake. That's not cool.
Yeah.
That's really interesting though, because I don't think I've heard that one, and it does seem like I'm thinking about like a dense piece of cake where that kind of seems like it would take a lot of energy, and you don't just accidentally drop that cake.
Yeah, it didn't topple off.
Yeah.
Like it got slapped off with force.
And your coworker saw it?
And my coworker saw it.
That's pretty good. Anything else that's happened at the roasting house? Or things you've heard, from your coworkers?
Just mostly stuff flying off the shelves at random times.
Yeah.
There was a paranormal investigation here once, and at the end of the evening, doing the final sweep through to make sure that everything was put away and as it should be, I noticed that a cup had been moved from behind you all the way over there in front of the syrups.
Okay.
And I did see that. It was just me and one other person here.
But, what do you think it is about Virginia City? Like, there's a lot of history, but I've been to a lot of places with a lot of history, and it seems like Virginia City has just a crazy concentration of ghosty stuff.
I think it's just because we try and, I don't know if cultivate is the right word, but we're about that history.
Yeah.
And we keep it alive.
Yeah.
So.
And also, like, the kind of the ghosty reputation is cultivated as well.
Yes.
Like, it's a place where, like, there's a lot of paranormal investigations and tours and everything taking place. Do you live around here, or are you down in Reno? Or?
No, I do live up here.
Oh, okay.
I live next to the cemetery, actually.
Okay. Any other cool, just spooky experiences around town, or else, other times of your life?
At the Washoe Club, I've been there 2 times, and after each visit, I had scratches present on my back.
Okay.
And I'd like to actually go a 3rd time, third time's a charm, see if it happens again. I don't know.
Were you investigating?
No, I wasn't. We just went on the tour.
Okay.
And after we got home, my husband noticed that I had these wild scratches all over my back. And he also got a cool photo of the cowboy shadow man that's said to be there. So
I would like to see that.
I'll be happy to show it to you
Yes.
whenever you're ready.
Yeah, the thing with scratches, like, I think sometimes people go immediately into this kind of negative territory with it, but I don't know. I don't know what the rules are here, but I think sometimes it's like you go into a place like that, and it's like, hey, is anyone here? Can you communicate with me? Can you interact? And we're asking for that kind of thing. And then if that happens, you get freaked out. But maybe whatever it is we're dealing with is not trying to be like and scratch you.
Just trying to get your attention.
Yeah, or maybe not knowing their own kind of strength or force, So I would say, don't be too concerned about that.
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, it really
you seem very chill about it.
It doesn't scare me at all.
Yeah.
I'm really fascinated by it, actually.
This area also, I mean, we have so much nature around here, and a lot of like Native American history as well as legends around here. Ever see anything or encounter anything else that was like maybe beyond the ghosty side of things? Lights in the sky, weird creatures out there? Oh, you got something for me.
I got photos of that too.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
The first year we moved here, which was 2020, I saw like a Tic Tac UFO coming over the mountain from this direction. And I had just got my phone, so I wasn't like savvy on how to use it. So I just like took a progression of photos and watched it change through the photos.
It also happens so fast that like, even if you're savvy with your phone, it's like you for me, I'm like fumbling around with it, and then the moment has passed.
Yeah.
Did you feel anything when you saw that? Was that accompanied by any feeling?
No, I've heard of that, but I never have had that experience.
Yeah.
And I throughout my life, I've seen several things in the sky that I couldn't explain.
Yeah.
But it's never like with any sound.
Okay.
Or, like people talk about hearing a humming or what have you. I've never experienced that.
Okay. Where are you from originally?
Northern California.
Okay. If it's not too personal, what inspired you and your husband to move out here?
Well, we came to visit a couple times and really liked it, and we ended up getting married at the Silver Queen.
Okay.
And on that day, we decided this is a really cool place. We'd like to come and live here. And we were going to actually strike out across the country, but that was when COVID hit or
Yeah.
whatever. And so we just stayed.
Yeah.
And we really love it.
I heard a line yesterday that I'm going to steal from our friends over at the Visitor Center who said, "You don't choose Virginia City chooses you." And I kind of believe that to be true with a lot of people that I know that gravitate towards this spot. So,
I think that's true.
yeah. I really appreciate your time. I love it. And I love hearing your stories. Sounds like you got a lot of them. And I don't know, maybe you're some sort of like magnet. Maybe you're tuned in a little bit.
I just pay attention. I think not everybody does, or not everybody cares. And a lot of people are afraid as well. And, like some of my coworkers don't like going downstairs to the stock room. And when I walk in, I just say, "Hey, I'm here, just getting this stuff." And then when I leave, I say goodbye, and like it doesn't bother me at all. So yeah, I'm just fascinated by it.
I can tell that you got just a super chill vibe about it all, and I like that a lot. So I appreciate you. So thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Enjoy your chai.
Thanks. And that was Dane from the Virginia City Roasting House in the Reno Tahoe Territory. One of the many people that I spoke to during my travels throughout the RTT, an area that I'm very fond of. And as I said, I'm always happy to swing through there as often as I can. And as I said, I'm recording this in Dublin, Ireland, and a whole other set of a project I'm working on and on some spooky travels. So I'm curious to hear if you guys, in addition to doing the kind of more traditional interviews, if you like these short snippets and chats with just folks that I encounter along the way. So there's going to be more interviews to come from the Reno Tahoe Territory. Remember, don't forget to send me your stories, to share those. I like hearing from them. And keep listening. Keep listening on my travels. Obviously, you can also keep up on all that stuff on social media at Aaron Sagers across the board. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks to Dane. Thanks to Virginia City. Thanks to the Roasting House for this one. Until next time, this has been Talking Strange, and I'm Aaron Sagers. Remember, guys, be kind, stay spooky, and keep it weird.